Welcome to Warhammer Sunday.
Hey, it's me. Yes, I think everything is working. Great. Hello, and welcome to Warhammer Sunday with Ted. Yes, that's me, Ted here at Skipper Scale Models. Thank you once again for joining me on this really cold winter's Sunday weekend, and I hope you and the significant other had a lovely Valentine's Day, because it's Valentine's Day, yes. So, yes, well, here we are. Oh, what are we doing tonight? Well, as you can see, I've already been doing some painting and things, because I was up in the workshop a little bit early, and I thought I'd get on with a few things and painting and having a look around and deciding what I was going to do. So hello to you all anyway. Don't forget, once again, it's me on my channel. You can support the channel by going across and joining me at Patreon. If you want to come on a voyage with me, you can join the crew at Patreon, or you can use Super Chat. It's a bit like sort of tipping the waiter for a good service or anything like that, but yes, thank you. And it all goes towards me buying lots of other things to keep going, because I'll have done this soon, and I'll have to find something else to build for a Warhammer weekend. What used to be Baneblade has now become Warhammer Sunday. So yeah, I'll have to keep up the sort of tradition now, won't I? And if you do want to see a Baneblade being produced, Colin and Fox do one. Colin's building his on it's a late night stream. I think it's a Saturday night about midnight, and it goes on from there. So there we go. Great. Let's go and have a look and see who's in, and then we'll get on with the chatting and building and painting and things like that. Because that's what you want to see. We'll chat, we'll talk all about nostalgic type things. And I know William Rayborn was first in today. He was in really early, like last week. So yeah, he's in. And then Colin came along. Hi Colin. Dad as well. Dad, yep. Yeah. Then Wendy. Hi Wendy. Bottle making good. Fox is in. Yes, Fox has been absent for ages because he's been busy filming and things like that. So great to see you back, and you can probably help me do this because I haven't a clue what I'm doing. And I've got some Lamenter's yellow, by the way. I've got to find somewhere on this model to do some Lamenter's yellow because yeah, and I don't know how to use it, so but yeah, we'll do some. We'll go down. Fox, Paul Lines, Wendy again, Edward Leonard, Lord High Bobbins says he feels like he's in the 80s. Yeah, it was a bit disco-ish, wasn't it? I was just watching a thing on Channel 5 before I came up into the workshop about hits of the 80s. Go, takes you back a bit. Stewpot, hello Ted, all seems to be working loudly. Yes, if you came across on Wednesday to do the Landwasser Schlepper tank boat, yes, it was off to a bit of a bad start because I didn't have any sound, but I've sorted it. Yes, really. Athol's in. Good evening, Athol. Now been at Japan with the Yoda drum. Yeah, that's the big boom boom sort of. That's Warhammer type stuff in it. Paul Lines. Yeah. The music makes me feel like I'm watching a film and the hero is walking away after a great battle towards his home. Yeah, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I kind of like it. I can't even remember where I found it. I probably found it on YouTube Audio. Some good sounds on there. You've got to have a hunt through. It's not easy to search. You can put filters in and things like that, but it's not easy to search. But you've got to listen to quite a few then you can pick the right one. And then you know when you hear it. Well, I certainly do. I know when I hear it that I think that's the one, that'll do. But yeah, it's all free. You don't have to pay anybody for it. where are we at? Graham McRobert, Hi Dad, Fester and Skipper, Lord High Bobbins, have I said that? Yes, he's, yeah. Athol, Graham McRobert, Model Making Guru, Fester Hugs. I can't do Dad Hugs because Dad's not active in the chat. Dad Hugs, yeah, I'll forward a Dad Hug for you. Dad Hug. Great, yes, yeah, Model Making Guru, yes, so there we are. Yes, well, it's been a blooming cold day today, and I'm glad to get into the bench with a bit of gin. Yeah, it's red tomato. I was going to say red tomato gin, but it's not. It's red orange gin with tonic. Nice and refreshing, because you know you need to have something to drink when you've been talking lots and lots. So what are we doing this week? Well, we've put the sort of red and white stripes on and done things like that, and now I'll put the tracks on as well, and now I'm looking at sort of painting the details and things. One of the things that I did think of doing whilst I was waiting for you all to come along and for the show to start and things like that, I thought that I should add a little bit of contrast in the barrels because they were all painted green. So I got some Abaddon Black. Yeah, that's what it's called, Abaddon Black base. Yeah, what base? Yeah. Now whether that means primer, I don't know, but it does. It seems to do what I want. So I've got a little bit in here because you don't paint straight out the pot apparently. You put a little bit on your palette and then have a little bit of water, and then you apply, apparently you apply 2 thin coats, and it does paint on really easy. Now if it is a primer, if it is a base, if that's what it means, yeah, it works for what I want. But it's going on here, and I thought, yeah, well, I'll let it a bit of contrast. I could build up the colours on the gun so they don't just look yeah, so they don't just look green. So it's working. It's working for what I want. Fox says base paints are opaque, layer paints are more transparent. Base paints are not primer. That's all right then. It does what I want. Yes. So just a touch of water, 2 thin coats, and it goes on pretty well. So here we are again, another Wednesday. My turn this week. It soon comes round. You know, you could think, well, have a week off, watch Chris do his build and things like that, and then it's my turn again. God, does come round. Still, it's nice to see everybody. Nice to see everybody back, and keeping safe. I do hope you're all safe and well. I seem to have a build-up of paint just on the ferrule, otherwise I'll clean that up. So what's everybody been doing with themselves? Have you been building? Have you been painting? Have you been out exercising? I went out with Skylar exercising this afternoon. Went down to the beach, which is literally about a 5-minute drive away, and we had a look at the sea, because you see the sea at the beach, obviously, and it was frozen. Yes, the sea around the coast of Cumbria is frozen. I should have taken the Titanic really, but never mind. But yeah, it was blowing a gale, throwing it down. The wind was whipping up the waves so that when it came ashore, instead of getting that spray, you know, the spray from the beach, the water, it was actually firing hailstones at us. The sea was frozen. You should close the lid on the paint pot. They dry out super fast like a right. I'll close the paint. Yeah. And it stops spillage, I guess. Yeah, but yeah, it was quite dramatic, really. The sea building up mound. It was as the tide was coming in, it was pushing all the frozen water higher and higher. So we were getting in places the height of the ice, or the ice floor, I would say it was a good 6 feet high. It's amazing to say. I'd never seen it before. But yes, it's been super cold. So back to a nice cup of tea and a piece of toast to warm up, and then an evening's bench time, which isn't the first, because I managed to escape and do some bench time last night when I did a bit more work on the boat tank, which is really I could call the boat tank finished now. So all I have to do when you come on Wednesday, do come along on Wednesday, we'll do some weathering and such, and I'll tell you a bit more about the pitfalls of it, because yeah, I really had to struggle last night, but I can't tell you now, no spoilers, you'll have to wait. So just excuse me while I'm painting this, and I'll catch up with a chat. Don't forget, do make comments and things in chat, and if you want me to particularly see the comment, don't forget to type it in bold so I can see it. And if I don't see it, I do apologise, because chat does move fast sometimes, especially if I look away from it, and when I look back up, things have gone. So if I do miss your comment and it was something you wanted mentioning or reading out, just type it again and I'll catch up with it. Dance with the Devil it was. Alright, yeah, name is it's quite like this black barrel look. It's kind of good, isn't it? I don't know if you can really make it out on the video, but yeah, it does add a little bit of contrast in the colours to that. Then I'll do some work on the muzzle brakes. I'll probably do that the same as I did for the Baneblade, and cover them in some brass or old bronze. That's what I did with these. I thought that I had some copper or bronze paint, but I can't seem to find it. I think it may have been an old Humbrol colour that I've got, so an enamel. I didn't want to use that, so what I did, took a little bit of this old bronze on a paintbrush and just painted it on, and it works. Yeah, it works quite well. So Fox is he's trying to get my chat moving really fast. Yeah, so yeah, just ignore him. What else can I paint? While I've got the black paint out, what else can I paint? Let's have a look at the box lid. Yeah, the box. Yeah, so I'll find something else. And there's pictures on the back as well. Yeah, I could do them. I could do that. Now about one. Well, yeah, I do have some dudes to paint. I didn't know what colours. Yeah, I'll have to. Yeah, here's a dude that I found earlier. Now he goes in here somewhere. I think I might glue these guns, because once I painted them, I glued them in position because they keep falling over. And he goes on this sort of aiming type, control type thing in there. So I've got to paint him first. I'll paint him because it's going to be really difficult trying to paint him before everything goes in there. So I am a little bit out of focus. I think you focus on the desktop level on not holding things high. Yeah, let's have a look. I can correct that immediately. Camera control, focus. Nope, I'm going all out of focus now. That's, yeah. Well, I'll do my best. I don't want to press too many buttons. I think where it is, the camera might be a little bit closer to the bench than normal, but yeah, we'll crack on. Now what? Right, we're finished with him, so we can clean the brush. I think I've finished with the black actually, so we could do some dry brushing of the skulls and things. Who's that? Stu Potts in, Sarah Jane's in. Sarah Jane's on the Prosecco tonight. Last one left from my birthday. Hi, how are you? Did you get any Valentine's cards? Who got Valentine's cards then? Yeah. Just watched Ricky and Raf's northern trip. Now I want some Kendall Mint cake. Oh yes, I saw him. Yeah, he did come up to Kendall and things, didn't he? Did the road trip around Kendall in a camper van. Where else are we? Let's get a model Muse is in. We saw you sneaking in there. Sarah Jane's having a big chocolate cake. The passion fruit Swiss roll is consumed. Oh, right. Yep. It's fine, said Fester. Fox's glasses need us clean. Yeah, it might be his screen. Remember how he told us to adjust all our settings, and then he discovered that he got us to adjust all our settings, then discovered that it was his system that was faulty, not us. Yep. So that's it. Sorry, it's just I've got my phone here in front of me just so I can keep a monitor on the chat and things like that. And it's just come up with an email saying, "Hello from Swinton. Your confirmation of your car insurance has been renewed." Yeah, hang on. I need to answer that later after the show because I cancelled it last week. Yeah, I've found somebody else. So yeah, be a stroppy email going back to Swinton. Yeah. So yeah, right. What we're going to do? We're going to do some some dry brushing of these eagle-y type things. That's what we're going to do. Don't make him touch the buttons, Fox, says Aunt Edward. Yes. Don't make me touch any buttons. Yeah. Now I still have a bucket of paintbrushes that I've just been too lazy to clean. I will get around to cleaning them. I keep going up here and thinking, I know what I'll do. I'll clean them brushes. Oh look, shiny things. I'll build that instead. And the brushes don't get cleaned, so okay, we'll get round to it. Yes. Grab it, Robert. Is it glass? Yes. And that's the last of that gin, so I'll have to get some more. I'll maybe get a different flavour next time. Now then, I did the skulls and the wings on the Baneblade in bronze, gold, no, brass. And I'm doing these in steel because I think it might look, yeah, they look a bit better. Okay, take that off now. So just gently dry brush them. And one thing about this size kit is that, yeah, there isn't as much to paint as on the Baneblade. Now then, as a thought of what I can build next, I'd like to build something on this size, because the Baneblade, yeah, it was big, it took a long time to do. I'd like to build something on this size. What would you suggest? Because you guys know all the things. And does Warhammer do boats, ships, or anything like that? Because that might be an idea. I do like that aeroplane thingy that Fox has just built on his channel. If you haven't seen it, go and have a look. Yeah, it's it'll, when it comes out on general release, if you're not a Patreon. If you are a Patreon, you'll be able to see it. Not my Patreon, but Fox's Patreon. And yeah, it's, yeah, I maybe I'll call quite like a flighty thing. So Ted, that needs some big racing stripe and decals. Oh, yes, yeah, Chris is the one for racing stripes and decals. I just doing this one. So when the world, there is a games workshop in Kendal, and we have a few independent. I think we've got 2 independent Warhammer shops here in the town, but unfortunately at the moment they're shut. So I could go and have a look. How about the Orc Boomdacker Snazwagon? Sounds good. Yeah, that would be good if it wasn't so difficult to say. Good evening and welcome to the Orc Boomdacker Snazwagon. Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, you know what it is. I think, yes, I think the harder it is to pronounce, the more chance there is of me buying it, isn't it? So that's that one. You need to visit that Warhammer store and make it your second home, whether you want to or not. It's only so I could continue the tradition of Warhammer Sunday, because Wednesdays the day in the week for building, live stream building, excuse me, World War II stuff, which is my favourite thing really. The Warhammer on a Sunday, it's that bit of a chill out time, isn't it, where nothing's taken seriously. Or is it? There could be people in here who could be watching who are cringing because I'm painting this in all the wrong colours. But yes, relax, chill out. It's Sunday. Sunday is time for gin and a chill out and a chat. And coming along and just chilling and doing some Warhammer. Let's have a look at the chat. Said if you could source it, try finding a 1/72 scale B2 bomber, which you've built once. Dogged out off the table with brush, with its brush tail. Yeah, I'm thinking of something at the moment. As in the World War II stuff, I'm not really into building aircraft. I know I built the Typhoon, but yeah, World War II aircraft are not my thing really. I'd rather have some sort of vehicle. I've got my eye on one or two things. I've got some things in my stash as well, but there is one of them that I actually want to keep for my own build, so I can do that, no pressure, no filming, just enjoy the build, because sometimes we need to just get away and just build, no pressure. Not that there is any pressure on here, and apart from I can hear Fox in the background shouting at me, do it, do this. Once you start a stream series, that's it. You're knackered. You can't stop. I've realised that. Here was me that came in one Wednesday evening. I think it was a Wednesday evening, just to try out a few things, just to say hello. And here I am, weeks down the line, diary full, having to work on Photoshop to make thumbnails and things like that, and plan what we're going to. Yeah. I'll use that in the looser form, planning what we're going to do. Because yeah, nothing's ever planned. I don't actually know what I'm going to do until I come up into the workshop and sit down, and until the show starting soon credits are rolling. I haven't even decided what I'm going to do. So yeah, there's one. Look at that. Please stay strong and don't succumb to going in the Warhammer store, says Sarah Jane. Yeah, I'm not going in to sort of collect, you know, I need a certain regiment or army or whatever, orcs for instance, or space marines. I'm only saying them because they're the ones I know about or I've heard of. But I like these sort of things. They're quite nice. They're quite nice to paint. They're quite relaxing. There's no pressure. They're easy to build, easy to paint, and they can sometimes be a bit of a palette cleanser, because as I said, the Titanic is driving me wild. Do a bit on it. It's a nice easy kit, but it's just I think with the added pressures of having to film it, if it wasn't for the fact to have to film it, I'd have had it finished ages ago. So there we go. Don't these look good? Yeah, you can see them. I'll hopefully take a picture and put them up later on skipper scale models. It shoots Ted, paint it the way you like it. It's not going into an actual game. No, it's not going into an actual game. It's probably never even going to come off the shelf. And if it was going into a game, yeah. They'd already be jealous because I've painted something better than they've got. Oops. I've got to take the extra paint off my dry brush. I think I've got away with it. Oh, deep concentration here. Just trying to get it so that the paint doesn't go anywhere else but where I need it. So, yeah, I do like these kits because of the details. And you can do all sorts of techniques and things on them. It's wonderful. If you've not, well, let's see. If there's somebody new to modelling, I would suggest that they got one of these, because particularly if they wanted to do something like World War II armour or something like that, I would suggest that they got one of these, because they are easy to go together, relatively easy to paint. You can use all the techniques, or you can practice all of your techniques on them. Panel washes, pre-shading, painting, either brush or airbrush. And then you can do your panel line washes, your pin washes, your shades, your filters. It's all there, and it's easy peasy to practice on because there's so much detail in them. It's easy. So, and then they could go on to better things. Sarah says Fox needs to go to Warhammer and a Warhammer meeting. Warhammer's Anonymous. Paul says, I think I found one, the Megatrack Scrap Jet. Looks fantastic. What do you think? Model Making Guru. Well, local storage closed, says Athel. Of what takes his fancy at the time, build it, best let him browse and see what tickles his fancy. Yeah, I am a bit like that. I think I will be a little bit like that in this genre. It's just when it comes to it, choosing something that matches the pocket money I've got left, and there we go. That match it. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm painting over here so you can't see. I'll paint over here now. It's because I was reading the chat. I was gone off the side. Paul says he's put one in his basket. It would be, or I think he will put one in his basket. It might be his first Warhammer build in 25 years. Grab the Blood Bowl state. Would William Raybar, good evening. Ted and everybody in chatland, good evening to you. Foster said orcs. Who said orcs? The problem that many people have is that they think Warhammer models are something different and have to paint in a certain way. Well, you can certainly see that the way I'm painting it, it doesn't have to be. Well, particularly the Baneblade, it took me a while to decide what colour I was going to do, but once I did it, it just all flowed and came together. But no, you don't have to paint like that, or paint in a particular way. Let's try these breeches. That's what they are. Yeah. But no, it's a fantasy thing. So who cares what colours you're going to be? Yeah, granted there is the purists out there, as in anything, as in model railways, model boat building, anything like that. There's the purists. who will want everything painted in the right colours, but no, get one of these. If you've not built one before, get one, build it, paint it as you want, enjoy it. And as I say, if you wanted to use it to practice all your techniques on, because the rivets are really pronounced, all the details well pronounced, so that you can practice your techniques. And it will be great, the detail in it, the sort of panel lines and such around here, the sort of the hatches and things like that can all be pre-shaded. Do pre-shading all around there and all around there. Then you could do your light base coats, and it'd be fantastic. And as you know, I'm not trying to sell them because because it's not my thing. I just like, yeah, they are fun. And then you can still go back after you've done one of these. You could still go back and build your Panzer tank or your Leopard or your Tiger or something like that, and you can put into practice what you've learnt on your Warhammer. And I think for what they are as well, they're not overly expensive. If you buy some of the lower end stuff, you can still do the same practice. Paul Dean Tomasso's in. Hi there, welcome to the show. If you're not interested in the game, just treat it like that. Any of the model, you'll see the model shop. Yep. Whatever makes you happy at the end of the day. Yeah, that's the main thing, Peter. Yes, it's your hobby. It's what you want to build, and you build it how you want it. As long as you're happy with it, who cares what else? Right. Oh, excuse me. Right, let's have a look round the front of this. Because we can try and now come and add some details to these guns. Yeah, as you can see, painting processes, I'm just making it up as I go along. What I'm trying to do here is trying to get a worn sort of gun look. Yeah, if that's a technique. I'm not sure how these guns work, whether they move in and out like an anti-aircraft gun would. So there we go. Yeah, a bit more of a. It's just trying to take the blandness away from it, make it more of a 3D type thing. I've just had a thought as well. What I might do with some of these eagles, I might just tip the edges of the wings and blend some brass into them. It's like a gold, so it has like a two-tone effect. We'll have a go at that shortly. Let the paint dry off a bit. Being acrylic and just dry brushed, it won't take too long, but we'll have a go at that. Especially on the more prominent eagles. The little ones on the side of the tank, we could just leave them. And then it doesn't have the same colour as the guns. So yeah, there we go. I could put a big, I could put one of my YouTube videos on there, couldn't I? Let's do some colouring inside of here. I don't know what colours it's meant to be, but let's just give it some colour. Oh, there's a little, yeah, there's a little eagle just under there. Yep. You can only get these type of details done if you stick your tongue out, because that's the rules. That's the only way you can dry brush them. Yeah, good. Right, that's that one. Oh yeah, there's a couple of cables just on the back of the bullet shield, or whatever it's called, the armor plate. We could give them a little dry brush as well. And there's a little light there. I take it as a light. Well, it is now, and now it's silver. So now then, clear that off. We'll get some brass, and we'll try that technique that I thought about a minute ago. So what's everybody been doing with themselves? Have you been at the bench yourself? Let us know. Have you had the chance to do some modelling? Have you finished anything? Have you been onto the shopping sites and purchased any model making stuff, whether it be Amazon or anywhere else? Let's try this one. No, I forgot what I was going to do there. Let's try this. Now what we're going to do here is just paint the tips of these eagles. Just the tips. We don't need to go all along, and less is more, because it doesn't need very much. Just give it that brass. Yeah, it is working, yes. Don't need a lot. Super concentration here because I don't want to go in too much, nor do I want to get any on the eagle's body. Looking good. Ted's new question: bench and buying spree. Yes. What you been buying? You must tell. Yeah, it's okay. This is a safe environment. You can tell us what you've been buying because we won't tell anybody else. What you could always tell the significant other. You could just tell them that you were subject of a scam. You know, you had ordered the weekly shopping, but you were subject of a scam and they sent you lots of models and stuff instead. It's always, yeah. So even if you didn't buy it this week, what did you buy? What was the last model thing you bought? Just been doing real life stuff. Unfortunately, managed to catch a bit of the streams and some football. So that's not all bad, right? Yeah. Well, football. Yep. I'm afraid I know nothing about football. The only thing I do know is that how can I put it? Yeah, the Sun's. Yeah, it's a bit of a long-winded and sort of tenuous link, but the Sun's girlfriend's brother is very good friends with the new signing for Liverpool. There's a young lad from Barrow just signed for Liverpool. So so he's very popular at the moment. Chocolate flute, Choctaw flute. It's like to try one of these Warhammer kits if they're not too expensive. I think Fox will be able to tell you, but there are plenty of these kits out there to suit your pocket. You could just start with things like guys on motorbikes and things like that. Dudes on motorbikes. Now, I've painted these sort of racking in here, sort of. Yeah, I painted in brass and I don't think it looks right. Yes, Ted, as I bought Diablo 3 this week, so need a controller for PC. Ordered yesterday, that arrived today. Thank you, Amazon. Yeah, Amazon. Yeah, I can't get over Amazon. That you're lying in bed, like 12:30 at night, just browsing, and you think, oh, I'll buy that, and it's delivered the next day. It's delivered. Well, yeah, 12:30 at night, and it's delivered the same day. So I don't know why I'm continuing painting that, because I don't think it looks right. I think I need a dark colour on there. Yeah, but that little eagle, it looks pretty good now. Just keep building the colour up a little bit. There we go. Been tidying your bench, says Phil Pete Rogers. Got my Weasel tank boat and Tamiya Churchill. Oh, have you got? Was it Pete that you said you got one of the Landwasser Schleppers as well? Since coming home from the hospital, says I've done a little bit of work and a few kits. I've searched several sites for new stuff, and yeah, funds are a bit tight, so I can't afford much just yet. Never mind. Yeah, it's always good. It doesn't cost you anything to look. And we'll do this one as well. Been on e-bottles today. Good lads, says Paul. Put things for you in his basket for payday. But don't forget, not yours till you check it out. As long as it's still available, going to get some Sherman Fury. Going to get Sherman Fury tank, SES Pink Panther. I think I built that one. Ford Gran Torino and an M3 Lee. Wow, cool. Last model he bought was a helicopter Huey, says Chocataw Flute. $19. Oh, right, so it must be from across the pond. Yeah, welcome to the UK. Yeah, but when you think back though, when that $19 it's probably proportionate to what the kits cost today. Oh, what else we're going down? Well, I thought when I was shopping this morning, guys were buying Lego, not for kids but for themselves. Yeah, I've seen quite a bit of that going on now, especially as you can buy Lego in like the supermarkets now. And the quick kits. Yeah, I can't see everybody going out and filming builds on YouTube and things like that. Sarah's bought something from Amazon. Using your influenza thingy. What's it? From Fox. Got a message. Being a policeman's son is Pete Rogers. Being a policeman's son in a dominantly Wilmore area in the 70s, so not a football fan far from it. Yeah, yes, yeah. I bet he could tell you some stories, Pete. Right, that's that one done. That's that done. Is there some more work I can do on here? In brass, I don't think there is, because I think that's the wrong colour. However, let's do some of these dials in here. We'll add a bit of bling just to change the colours in here and make it not as dull. There, and we could do the middle one of these. There's 3 levers at the bottom, and I'm sure that one of them must be a different colour for some reason, but it's now brass. There we go. That's how you paint these things. And some brass tips on these breeches because they are. I'll come back to chat in a minute and see what's going on in chat. I've just realised I painted the front of that. Oh, why are they different? No, they're not different. I thought I painted them differently. Never mind. No, forget what I just said. Right, where are we at? Lego seems to be much more popular than people in model building these days. I know a lot of adults who love it, but no one would do model kits. I think it's because you could just get the box of Lego and build it, and you don't have to have any of the extra bits. You know, you don't have to have glues and paint. You don't really need to have a model bench or anything like that. I'll paint with a dry brush. Let's paint with something else. Yeah, that's why I think why Lego's so popular. You know, you can build it on the dining room table. It doesn't cause a mess. No spells. No lots and lots of paints to buy and things like that. So I think that's one reason why it is so popular. And what I'm trying to do here with these muzzle bricks is not to paint them completely brass, but give them a thin coat so that the green below still keeps the main colour quite dark. Green doesn't come through, so brush it on and then brush it off again. So it gets like an uneven coat. See, works quite well. So we're not having a solid brass muzzle brake, but more of a weathered type, as though the brass is starting to fade and tarnish. There we go. Getting those thumbs up, folks, says Scaly Models Dad. Yes, yeah, thank you. Yeah, if you do like the show, thumbs up from down below. Thank you. If you really like it, yeah, if you really like it, super chat. Thank you. Yeah, just like giving a tip or anything like that for what you like. Where's my little button gone? Because I've lost the chat. The chat's moved up while I've been painting. Some of the 5-man squads of figures can be around the $25. Over here the land speeder is about 20 quid, and that's a vehicle and 6 figures. So there you go. There you go, Chocolate Flute. Yeah, some of this stuff is pocket money type. The last kit I bought was a Space Marines Wolf combat kit with a walker, which is rubbish and needs modifying. Yeah, well, that's the skills and the joys of being a model maker. You can adapt and improve or repair. There you go, tons of brushy potential. Yeah, I'm talking. Fox is talking to Paul about his painting and things like that. Sarah clicks a thumbs up before Ted speaks, unfortunately. Yes, it does get noted because when I come on it tells me how many likes there are and how many people are chatting and how many... Yeah, I've got all the details in front of me, so I know everything. Yeah, and it seems like YouTube is just telling me it's not receiving enough bandwidth, so hopefully it will come back in a minute. Yeah, 18 so far. There are 31 watching. So, yeah. Edward bought the Lego Technic Lamborghini. Yeah, those sort of kits, the technical stuff, is becoming quite popular. So, I'll just try to close a few things just to try and get the stream going in. I was watching Astra Ashes on Netflix the other day. I wonder if Ted did half of whatever he got up to when he was a cop. When I joined, I didn't join the place until '89. And I know that Ashes to Ashes is set in the, I think, late 70s to 80s. But there was still a lot of the detectives, particularly the detectives, who were of the same sort of mindset of Gene and the rest of his department. You know, so I am sorry if you're getting any buffering coming through. I don't know why. I think the stream's maybe dropping out a little bit. Great series, says Phil. Watched it last year for the first time. Yeah, I've got both of them. There's Ashes to Ashes, there's Life on Mars, and then there's Ashes to Ashes. Yeah, both brilliant pieces of TV-ness. Sarah's playing Borderlands, so she can't model at the moment. Lego's okay, but he prefers his model, says Scale Model Views. Yeah, Phil's been watching it now because he watched Ashes to Ashes after watching Life on Mars. Yeah, it is on Netflix. I've got the DVDs, but yeah, it's all on. It's all on there. Some of it's quite humorous as well. It's a type of series that you watch it once and you can watch it again because you missed something the first time round. It's pretty funny. Ted, give the model a red and blue wash 50-50 showing heat. I could do that. Yeah, I could. Yeah, I'll probably do that once I get this brass on and let it sort of dry a bit. Yeah, I'll try some glazes and things on it and see if I can get that heat type staining. Scale Model View says his grandson loves the Lambo. Yeah, build it. Yeah, that's why you build them, innit? So yeah. Yeah, we all build these for the kids. Yeah, that's our excuse, and we're sticking to it. I know that when I did these muzzles on the Baneblade, I did them with true metal, but yeah, this time I'll do it with paint because I do like the idea that Athol suggested. I'll try and do some heat staining if it works. It's Wednesday, it's 7:30 and I'm having oops. Got a love gene. Yeah. Yeah, fire up the quattro. Come out with Europe and surrounded by yeah, come out Europe and you're surrounded by armed bastards. Yes, that's it. Yeah, no spoilers. Yeah, but I do. Yeah, I remember the end of both of them, and oh look, it comes off. I didn't know that. Does the other one come off? Have I glued it on? Yeah. Oh, that. Yeah, yeah. Here's me struggling with them, and I haven't actually glued them on. Yeah. So there, that makes it easier. I can paint it now. So they, yeah, I've gone with all that, and I could have taken them off in the end. Paul's got a foot of snow. Yeah, we don't have any snow. We've got lots of ice, and the sea's frozen. So yeah, lots and lots of ice. So that go on there. Yeah, good. Still going strong. Right. So, now let's have a look. Let's see what else we can do on this. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't like that brass in there. So we'll find some of the colours. Let's do some more colours. I'd best not leave that brush in that paint pot because it'll spoil it. Right, let's find some really way out colours, because in here there's a little like cathedral window and yellow. Yeah, should it be flash glitz yellow or flash glitz yellow, because I can't pronounce the other one. Viral yellow, YRIEL, but I'll do it flash glitz because give the brass a dark tone wash and see what comes out. Yeah, I'll leave it. I'll have a think about it, what I'm going to do. But what I'll do, I'll concentrate on this little bit of fancy work in here and see what a mess I can make of it. Yeah, ashes to ashes with cortinas and quattros. Okay, his team used to drive cortinas though, didn't they? A little bit of water. What I'm going to do is flood this in here, and then so it's got a yellow background, and then I can pick up the detail afterwards. because that will give it the background colour, and then I can paint the skull that's in there. There's a nice contrast. And maybe I can do an outline in silver or gold. Right, so that's that one. Yeah, need to let that just dry. Screen. I just looked up and noticed you talking about paints and things. One thing about these, I don't have a lot of them. I have what you see on the bench. That's all I have, and I think I bought them for a particular another reason. I've got some Reichland Flesh Shade gloss, Reichland Flesh yellow, Lamentus yellow, Administratium green. Yeah, a couple of flesh tones in there. Rattling Flesh, Castilian green. That's what this green is. Castilian green. I have here some. Oh, I didn't know I had that. Retribution Armour. I didn't know I had that. I've just painted everything in bronze and gold. I didn't know I had it. It was here on the bench. I didn't know I had it. So yeah, I'll find something to. That's what I can paint them in. I could do the yeah, the tracking in that. I'll do the tracks in that. I think that will be a better colour. So we'll just leave that to dry, and I can do this one now. Now then, yeah, I could paint them in that. So excuse me while I shake the paint. Yeah, but going back to these, actually Citadel paints are actually pretty good for painting, brush painting with. I try not to paint straight out of the pot. Try not to. As Fox says, if you leave the pot open, it dries out pretty quick. So keep top shut, and then just add a drop of water. Just pick it, just like wetting the brush, and then just watering the paint down. Right, let's see what colours. Let's see how this colour comes out. Yeah, it's much more duller colour than it's duller. It's much more dull than the brass. When you're painting this with this by brush, it does smooth out quite well. As I said, 2 thin coats, water, yes, a touch of water, and it flows really nicely without leaving brush marks. It's settled down quite well. So yeah, if you hadn't been talking about paints, I would have never found that Retribution armour. I've lost it again. Where's it at? There it is. Yeah, I'd never have found that. Try that flesh blade gloss over your shell casings after you painted them gold. Trust me, I'll try that, yes. Now I believe that when the flesh, when the shades goes on, the flesh shade, I believe that you need to let it dry because it doesn't look too good in its wet state. It's when it dries that you get the proper effect from it, is that right? Once again, no idea of what I'm painting, but yeah, let's go for it. It's one of the joys of, I suppose, Warhammer is that apart from the box art and apart from a few suggestions, there's not really a colour scheme to follow if you're not bothered about that. If you get what I mean. So you can just do your steampunk best. Just concentrate. I'll be back with you in a minute to the chat when I've finished concentrating on painting these. Deep in concentration. You slap the shade on generously, make sure it doesn't pull up, let it dry, and it just washes. I get it right. I shall try that. Might not have enough time to try it tonight, but I could save it for next, well, I could do it and then show you all next week. Oh no, it's not my turn next week. You might have to wait unless I'm really excited and do an extra stream. And you'll know if I do an extra stream by if you subscribe down here. If you subscribe and click the notification bell, you'll get to know when my next streams are up and when the next video is up. Oh dear. Is Fox an expert, says Sarah Jane. Ah, yeah. The kind of people that would complain about their opponent's army colour are not the kind of people you want to play against anyway. Yeah, if there's anybody taking it that serious, I don't want to know them. Yep. Yeah, I painted my army pink because I like pink. Yeah, I'm sorry you can't join our club because you've painted your army pink. Yeah, I don't want to be in your club then. Oh yeah, I do like this colour. It was actually the colour I was thinking of. I'm sort of a tone, yeah, a deep brass colour. And now I've taken the guns apart and painted them a bit. Yeah, looked at them a bit closer. They need another coat of Abaddon black. Now there's 33 people watching. There's certainly not 33 people in chat. So yeah, if you have just joined us and I've just popped up as a nuisance on your suggested watch screens, do come and say hi. Just, yeah, that's all you need to do. Just say hi. We're all a friend. Everybody's a friendly bunch. Yeah, I like that colour. What else can I do now? I need to go across them a little bit more with Abaddon black. Getting to know all these names, you see. Abaddon black. Oh look, Lamenta's yellow. Did I mention that I had that? Blue. Why have I got blue? Macraggy blue. Macrag blue. I don't know why I've got blue. Never mind. We'll find somewhere to put blue on this now. Oh, there he is. Yeah, I think that needs another coat of yellow just in there. 2 thin coats. Paul's going to have roast chicken and carrots and potatoes for dinner. Whoa. Yeah, it's Sunday, isn't it? Roast chicken. Sunday roast day. Yeah. What used to be the traditional Sunday roast. Yeah, I think it's a day that just has fallen by the wayside for most people now. Yeah, it was always a traditional Sunday roast. Right. Let's have a gin. Have a... This, yeah. Ah, right. There's a bit of detail in there. I could paint that blue. Let's give it a shake. This has just been opened, brand new. think that's some sort of searchlight, so we'll do a blue. Spread surface tension because I put a bit too much on and it's sticking. So there, we can floor that in there. That's cool. Do them blue as well. Right there, you can see them, but they're blue now. Blue screen. Nice thin wash because it's such a big area. Lots of thin coats, just build it up, and then that way we shouldn't be left with ugly looking brush strokes or lumps of paint. Just leave that, let it dry. That's what we're trying to do here. We'll try and leave that like a transparent, and then we'll get another colour, just another, maybe a fluorescent green or something, just to go around the edge, just to give it impression of a screen. It's a blue screen, not a green one. Cool. Oh, Ted, print out a little vintage BBC Two logo for that screen. I could do, couldn't I? Yeah. I could do a little skipper scale model logo and just put that on it. I could do, yeah. Or the Thames television. Yeah, they put the Thames logo on it. Print out a scene from the bill. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, what scenes could I put on there then? What scene would the Warhammer dudes have on their screen? Hi Lynn. Lynn's in. Look great. Love the colours. Just talked to a mum in Texas that forecast 7 inches of snow. That's unusual for Texas. Yeah, I thought it was all sandstorms and tumbleweed and things in Texas. Let's do this one in here. This little lever controlling things, so we'll give that a paint. I don't know what we're doing. Yeah. And there's some things on there, we'll give them a paint. And that hand wheel. Because you've got to think, Warhammer, steampunk. So it'll be all cogs and mechanical type things. I do like the steampunk look. That's another thing I'd like. So what we've got to do is sort of make it Victorian type steampunk. Give it that look. I thought you were going to gold the shells. What are the shells? Are they the shells? They're not the shells, are they? I thought they were the shells in there. So where are the shells? What else can we do? Oh, we're nearly run out of time. Yes, we're sort of running out of time anyway. Oh, sorry, my bad. You're right. They're not shells. Ignore that. Yeah, I was thinking of. It's like a racking sort of. The guns would, whichever way up they go. I think they would track up and down on that there. So I think there would be more of a rust. I'd be tempted to put them more of a rust colour. That gun's upside down. So a bit of wear and tear. So I think I'd do them a brown and then rust them. There we go. It's a ratchet thing. Yeah, it's a ratchet type thing. So they go up. Now then, I'm conscious about not having to paint all the inside of this because you're not going to see it. See the top one. Let's do this and then we'll have a think about wrapping up for the night. Unless there's anything else anybody out there has got to say or comment on. But it's been a good show tonight. I've achieved a lot. I've done quite a bit of painting tonight, and it's certainly blinged it up a little bit. Just a few colours. Bit more detailing to do. Maybe we could do some of that next week. And I'll probably try and give the outside a coat of a clear coat so that we can maybe next week have a look at some weathering and applying some mud and dirt and grime. And then I've got to look at painting dude skin. Yeah. Put a crew on this, because if you're provided with a crew, it's the law. You've got to put a crew on it. So what I'll do, I'll let this dry. Then, as Fox has suggested, I'll put some of this Reichland flesh shade on these brassy bits and see how that looks. Oh yeah, these gold bits have really sort of changed the look of it. Yeah. Sorry, the guns are a bit loose, but there we go. Yeah, it's looking good. Before you go, try the shade on some gold. Oh, go on then. Yeah, go on then. I'll do that. I'll do that before we go. Really shaky. Yeah, you've got. I'll give you some extra. Yeah, I'll give you some extra time tonight. Yeah, cause it's a wet, cold night, and you're all here supporting me. So, right. Excuse me. Now I think there is a brush for doing this exact. No, it's not a fine detail brush. I think there is a brush for doing this, isn't there? That's a dry brush. Why is that in there? Look at the state. Look at the state of that. It's yellow, and it wants cleaning. It needs to go in the cleaning brush pot. Right, let's get a large brush. Shake a large. Yep. Here we go. Now then. Excuse me while I apply this straight from the pot. Steampunk, give all the dudes stovepipe hats and goggles. Yes. Yeah, I'm applying this straight from the pot, by the way. Because. So put it on, don't let it puddle. Does it take long to dry? Have you just conned me into being here for the next hour while this dries so that everybody could see what's going on? Yeah, I'll miss the wax paint. I'll miss the waxy bits and just shade the bits that we can see, because I'll leave the other one so we can have a comparison. Eh? Should be 5 or 10 minutes for them to air dry. Right, we'll leave that. We'll leave that. Just to one. I'll not do the other one yet, so we can have a comparison. Because that's what we do. That's what they do on all the shows, isn't it? Here's one I did earlier. Which one did I do? That one. So we did the port one. Just watching that it doesn't puddle. Puddle. Should be like Ted should like shades because you can slap it on. Yes. Right. Once again, don't leave your paint in the paint. Don't leave your paintbrush in the water pot. Yeah, I'm really having to desperately have a try and clean some of these brushes because I'm going to run out soon. There we go. Yes, it is. Yes, it's drying up, and I think you could probably see the difference. Flesh shade, not flesh shade. Flesh shade, not flesh shade. It's sort of give it a deeper reddish colour. Yeah, I quite like that. Yeah, so flesh shade, not flesh shade. Yeah, see the difference? For best results after a shade like that, you could dry brush the gold over again, or a lighter metallic to make the edges pop. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I could just what I could do just round the edges. Oop, I could probably just do around the edges in there and in there. I could do that with some natural steel. Just dry brush the edges to, as you said, to make it pop. Just a couple of raised bits there. I could just do that. Yeah, but yes, there is a noticeable difference. Yeah, thanks for that, Fox. I think probably you could see it even better if you see it like that. Cool. Excellent. Right. I think, yes, I've done enough for tonight. I think we'll round up there. But yes, it's been a good night of painting, a good night of chatting, a good night of painting. Great to see you all along here. Thank you very much for following me. It's so heartwarming to know that you keep going back week after week, and I must be doing something right. But thanks very much. Yes. Anyway, what we'll do, we'll wrap up for tonight because it's been going, yeah, nearly 2 hours. Yeah, it's Fox's fault because he told me to do them shades. So, yeah, the extra time is due to Fox. But thank you very much for joining me this evening on this Warhammer Sunday. We'll do some again. I won't be here next week. Chris will be here next week. I'll be here the week after. So, yes. But I will be back on Wednesday. And unless I do another Warhammer unannounced in the week, have a look. Like and subscribe if you haven't. But until next time, once again, thank you very much for watching. Look after yourselves, look after your family, and I will see you tomorrow night, E-Models night, if you can get along at 9 o'clock. But in the meantime, be good, be careful, and take care. So thanks for watching. See you all next time. Bye everyone. Bye now. Bye. Yeah, bye. End credits. Press